Okay, hi students. I'm going to go through a few IELTS Task 2 essays with you guys now. Here is the topic here at the top of this page. Some people believe that the rapid development of artificial intelligence AI in education will eventually replace the role of human teachers in the classroom. Okay, so AI is going to replace teachers. That's what some people think. Others argue that AI should only be used as a supplementary tool to support. Okay, a tool to support rather than replace human educators. Okay, discuss both these views and give your opinion. Now, what I'm looking for in these essays and what a lot of IELTS assessors will be looking for is structure. If you can get your structure right, everything else kind of fits together. Okay, so I'm looking for a thesis statement. So paraphrase the topic, and I'm looking for a thesis statement with clear points that will be your body 1 and body 2. That will lead into your body 1 and body 2 paragraph. Okay, so this is Nyatha's essay. Just make that blue. I'll make some edits as I go, and then when I'm done, I'm going to use AI to also give a score. Okay, so we give the score out of task achievement, cohesion and coherence, grammar, and lexical resourcing, and then you'll get your final score. Okay, those scores combined, those 4 factors combined will give you your final score. Okay, first of all, like the first thing an assessor will look at is, yes, you've got 4 paragraphs. There's a nice space between paragraphs. Don't do the indentation like some teachers will tell you with where it looks like that. Do not do that. Make sure you have 4 paragraphs. They'll look for that. They will look for the fact that you got about 250 words just. Now, how that's just 250. Okay. Very nice. Okay. So here I can see that there's clear paraphrase, and here is Nyatha. This is her thesis statement. That's good. So already there's a pretty good structure. The paraphrase due to development of artificial intelligence. Some you can say several. You can use the different words like the several, or certain. They mean different things, but they can kind of be replaced. They can be replaced for some. Several certain people are worried. Not quite worried. Okay, they can say several people opine. This is quite a nice word that I want you to learn. Opine. This is, they give their opinion on, they think about this. Okay, opine that. Oh, okay, wait, sorry, that's changing the structure. Okay. You can change your sentence structure a little bit. Certain people opine that human teachers in the education field, that it will instate human teachers. Yeah, that's good. While others believe that or are of the opinion that we should use AI as an implement to improve our education system. Be careful. This is a slightly different meaning to what they're saying. Okay, some people say AI it's going to replace people, and some people think that it's always just going to be a tool. So always look at the topic sentence and understand it and put it in your own words. What a lot of students get wrong is they try just look at the words and change. They try put synonyms in where they think their synonyms should go, and they change the sentence structure a bit, and they think it means the same thing, but they don't. So be careful. This is a little bit further than what the topic statement is. Okay. Despite the benefits of both sides, of both schools of thought, slightly better phrase, I would argue that the use of AI should be utilized to help human teachers and students in teaching and studying. Okay, so you've kind of given your opinion on which one you think it is. You think it's this one, that AI should be used as a tool, but you haven't given me an outline really of what your body 1 and body 2 is going to be. So you haven't really detailed. You've kind of just paraphrased a little bit more here. Always try detail. Let's see what your title sentence is. On the one hand, we can see that the opinion that human teachers should be removed by artificial intelligence is quite reasonable. Why? Okay, why is that reasonable? You need to have that factor, that reason, because now you're just paraphrasing the topic sentence again, where you should be paraphrasing your thesis statement here. Okay? So remember, you got body A, body 1, body B, body 2. That should also be, the thought should be in the thesis statement. Okay. Because robots' productivity is always more effective than our humans, it is able to complete the workload many times faster than that of humans and spend more time teaching in classes. Okay, so you're talking about efficiency. Okay, so that's the word that you were looking for there, efficiency. Yeah, robots are more efficient. You could have elaborated on this point a little bit more. In addition, the knowledge of AI is more diverse and comprehensive than human teachers. That's good. It's a pretty good sentence, this one. Therefore, with just one AI robot, it can check your subject verb agreement, your grammar here. It can teach and provide students knowledge of all kinds of stuff. So here, I need more elaboration. You've made statements, you made a reason, expand on each one. Like, for example, in addition, the knowledge of AI has a huge database of knowledge. Therefore, with just one AI robot can teach. This leads to what? This leads to faster learning. This leads to more efficient, better learning for students, where they're able to absorb more knowledge. I don't know. Like, you can expand there, yeah. You could have expanded. Like, this is something that's quite common with band score lower than 6.5, is that students don't expand. You make a point, you make a statement, and you don't expand. Okay, remember, you have your title sentence. This is your big idea. Then you'll have 2 reasons that support that, and each reason you need to expand and explain. Okay. And you will do that, and you get points for this. For moreover, I don't think you used moreover or furthermore. Oops. Okay, those are the words that the assessor is looking for. Furthermore, moreover, however, despite this. You got it in addition. That's a nice discourse marker, but you need more. Okay. On the other hand, AI is not able to notice any emotions of students, which is a crucial thing that needs to be paid attention to for children at that age. What age? What age are they? For young learners. This could have been written a little bit more high level. Just think about AI is not able to notice. Like, a teacher is not only a person who gives students knowledge, but also a person who cares about students' emotions, which AI cannot do. That's quite nice. That's a nice statement. Again, here again, expand. You could have expanded on this. Yeah, like, having emotions and being able to understand how students are feeling and their direct needs is a huge part of education. You know, just expand on that a bit, because now you've gone to your next point already. Additionally, human teachers have many experiences to deal with some difficult situations. Have a vast amount of experience, able to deal with typing really badly here. Situations that may arise in a classroom. Okay, I'm just giving you like a slightly better way of saying this. Okay, just have a look. Again, you could have expanded here. Every one of these points you could have expanded. Furthermore, however, or moreover. Yeah. In conclusion, the purpose of using AI in education is still debatable, but I still agree with the statement that people should use AI as a tool support. Okay, be careful. What you're doing here is that you just paraphrase in the topic sentence. Give your idea. Give your thesis. That's important. With the statement that people should use AI to support human teachers, because human teachers, the impact of human touch or human emotions cannot be replaced. Just something else, yeah? Okay. All in all, it was pretty good. And these few things, I'm going to tell you what your score is now. Task achievement, I'll give a 6. Cohesion and coherence, I would actually give A 7. I understand that there's a good flow. You have structured your paragraphs well. You've ticked all the boxes there. Grammar, not many grammar mistakes. It's not high-level grammar. You haven't used vast or a lot of grammar flexibility. I'll give you 6. Lexical resourcing is almost a 7. I'll put it at a 6. So yeah, final score I give you is a 6. But there are small things here that could have taken your score to 7, 7.5 very easily. If you had used this vocab here, if you had expanded on your sentences a bit more, if your title sentence had the big idea, if your conclusion had the big idea and not just paraphrase what the topic sentence was, it could have been better. Okay. So let's see. I give you a 6. Let's see what Grok, I'm using Grok, what Grok gives you. Okay, this will be interesting. No one's really done this. Well, I haven't seen this done before. I haven't done this. Seen how AI scores you also. I haven't checked this essay before. Okay, AI gives you 5.5. Let's see, task achievement 5.5. Okay, close. Cohesion current 6. Grammatical range, not bad. It's pretty close. I gave you 6. They gave you 5.5. The essay addresses the topic and presents a clear position. That's what we said. But the ideas lack development and extension. That's what I said. Interesting, huh? Frequent grammatical errors, awkward phrasing, and limited vocabulary. Okay, this is something that takes time to improve, yeah? Grammar and vocab, it's practice and learning. These things here could have pushed your score now. If you had expanded on your points more, if you had used that specific vocabulary, moreover, however, it would have expanded it now. Structure is logical, your paragraphs are underdeveloped. You haven't expanded. Yeah, expand. There we go. Expand, support, and proofread for accuracy to read. Yeah, you got to check your work. Yeah, I know, like in class, this, for anyone watching that perhaps wasn't in class, the students were actually given an hour. I extended that by an extra 10 minutes. This is way more time than you would get in a test, in an official IELTS test. So for the students, you guys, and this was a problem with all of them. One student didn't finish. You all need to work faster. Okay, your planning and your proofreading, you need to be able to type faster. That does not mean I want you to brain dump. Okay, I don't want you to just go sit down and just write down everything you can think of, because you're not going to get your score. Planning is always important, but we have to figure out how to do that faster. Okay, so I'll copy this in there for you. But again, just quickly, AI is picking up exactly what I'm saying. Small things. This would have taken, you could have got a 6.5 easy if you had done that. Probably a 7. Okay. Maybe more. Okay, let's go to Marie. Let's see here. Okay. First thing I can immediately see, okay, conclusion, you ran out of time. Unlucky. But this is nice. One thing that Natha also didn't do is your second body paragraph. That is the opinion that you really think is true. This needs to be about, if body 1 and body 2 are 100%, body 1 needs to be 30%, body 2 70%, or 40 and 60. Yeah, it's got to be more, because that's your opinion. You're building up to that opinion, what you want the reader to believe. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I'm not going to go through the topic statement again. I think we know what that is. A prevalent school of thought suggests that artificial intelligence developing rapidly is able to undertake the job of human teachers in the classroom. Not bad. A prevalent school of thought. Nice phrase. Although the perceived benefits of AI in education are significant, I would argue that giving machines in class should only be supplementary tools support, regardless of being real human educators, because of the no emotional features in educating people include. Okay, this is good. Okay, so this is what I was teaching in class. Marie has got the I would argue that giving machines, here is her statement. This is her thesis statement, because no emotional, and these are her 2 reasons. She's got a reason there. I'm just going to make it blue. Not only knowledge, like there are 2 reasons here that support her thesis statement. Now, if she's done this argument, the structure correctly, body 2 would reflect that, okay? It's a little bit of a run-on sentence. There's a few grammar mistakes here, but ticking all the right boxes. Okay, well done. On the one hand, AI contributes significant benefits in training students, such as providing huge knowledge with clear by, just a little edit there, by clearly sorting and solving various problems and making less. Yeah, it's good. It's pretty good. So like, just be careful this word attractive. Yeah, I get this. This word comes up quite a lot with IELTS. Same as the word besides. They are booby words. Just say appealing. Okay, they're trap words. Okay. Yeah, try not to use the word attractive. You almost never have to use it in an IELTS test too. With the development of information technology, the data cloud can be careful. You can contain. Yeah, this also can contain. Contains. The data cloud contains mostly. Yeah. And almost the entirety of knowledge all around the world throughout. Be careful. This is a bit like lower level throughout the centuries. AI is good at classifying, delivering the information following over a few seconds, while people need to take a long time to research. Good. In addition, more and more teachers. This also more and more. I'd like just the phrase "an ever increasing amount of." It's just a little bit nicer. Okay, more and more comes up a lot. You want to differentiate yourself from other writers. It's pretty good so far. To give many students ways to approach and absorb. That's confusing, okay? I'm not too sure what you mean there. You could have used words, however, due to the fact that, again, more discourse markers here. You have in addition, that's good. You could have said for reasons being, with the development of information. You just needed those few phrases here, yeah? And I want this, for everyone to understand this quickly. This is a nice writing tip. When you say AI or anything else, CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, the first time you use it, you can put it in brackets like this. You can do it the other way too. Then every time you write it here, you don't need to write artificial intelligence again because you've already done it here. So you detail to the reader, this is what artificial intelligence means, AI, so that every time you read AI, you can understand. You don't have to write artificial intelligence again, but you have to do that. You have to link them there. Okay, that's a pretty good body paragraph. On the other hand, using AI in class should be controlled as a supplementary device for both teachers and students, and the human educators play an irreplaceable role in class. Be careful here. You got two statements. Due to the fact that, like here, just a different connector here, due to the fact that human educators play an irreplaceable role in you need to now explain this. Giving machine in class without emotion can bring new feelings to students at the first day. Just grammar here, you need to make this a little bit higher level writing. However, robots recently have an impressive voice to teach and no real experience to share students, especially the sophisticated. This is just a little bit confusing, okay? It's just the way you've structured the wording and the grammar. I know what you mean. This is where you need to go back and just edit. They follow who follows. Like you need to don't just say they. Yeah, don't say like they. Say like robots, AI, and the machines follow the model. Strictly makes students less critical thinking or creative. Expand on this. Okay, well, how does this happen? I know they follow too strictly or expand, like explain, or this leads to, yeah, you can tell me like what does that lead to? You saying critical thinking or you can expand a bit more there. Moreover, here again, don't say they cannot sympathize, cannot or understand students. You just need to remove that in some cases. Okay, for example, here, good. For example, this is good. The issue of bullying in schools is common. Rather than saying who's popular, is common nowadays. Okay, I'm just gonna I will always give just a few like alternative phrases so we can learn. Okay, just feels like you're rushing through things here. Only robots or some machinery guiding can help. But you are like expanding and explaining a point. It's just your grammar and vocab structures are just letting you down a little bit here. But there is still general essay structures, and you are proving a point. You are explaining a point. That is good. Furthermore, nice. You got your discourse markers here. That's good. Educating people includes not only knowledge but also spirit, morality, and dignity of teachers. Good moments. Be careful here. That's a little bit confusing. You're just getting into a little bit of casual writing here, for instance. Okay, there's a lot of good things here. Just the grammar structures. This is just a bit of practice. Okay, so let me just write. I'm just going to copy this. This little structure here. I want to give a task achievement. I know AI is going to give a 6. Your cohesion and coherence is also like... I have a feeling AI is going to give a verse. I shouldn't guess what AI. I should just try what I think. Yeah, grammar's letting you down. Grammar's letting you down a bit here, and lexical resourcing is letting you down. But your task achievement, you have answered the question. You do have a good structure. So that's kind of, you can see there's a big difference. Yeah, grammar 5, lexical resourcing 5, task achievement 7, cohesion and coherence 7. So you know what to work on. Yeah. If you didn't have any task achievement, if you weren't answering the question properly, or your structure was bad, your score would be a lot lower than final score 6. Yeah. Okay. So, and of course, you see, there's no conclusion. So actually, task achievement, you can go down now. I'm sorry. Task, you lose a bit on task achievement there. Okay. So what your final score would be? What's it? Maybe 5.5. No, I'll leave it at 6. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what AI gives you. So this will be interesting. It's always quite interesting to get a second opinion. Oh, look how close it is. Look how close it is to my scores. Okay, I'm just going to copy it quickly so we can compare. Okay. So task achievement 6, cohesion and coherence 6. Yeah, I was being kind with cohesion and coherence there. Grammar and accuracy, they're giving you 5.5. That's weird. Call it a 5. Lexical resourcing 6. Yeah, maybe. Overall band score 6. Okay. The essay presents a clear position with relevant ideas and good vocabulary. However, the conclusion is incomplete. You lose points for this, yeah? You really do, guys. Like, if you don't have the right amount of words, if you're not finishing in the correct structure or finishing with a conclusion, you lose points. Stronger paragraph extension and error reduction will push the score to 6.5. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty much it. Those are the takeaways. And you can see this body 2, you can see you ran out of time. You got to work faster. You've got the ideas, you've got the structural knowledge of the essay. Now you just need to figure out how to apply that faster so you can go back and check your work a bit more. Okay. For an IELTS examiner, they can tell if you've checked your work, yeah? And again, that can be a whole band score difference. And I know it's hard to get the essay and it's just hard to complete, but I want you to know that being able to go back and check your work and edit it, the person marking it can see that. And it can be a big difference in your band score. Okay. Nice, Marie. That's a good score. Okay, let's keep going. I'm just gonna put this at the bottom quick. We have magnet. Okay, what are we doing here? Okay, I think magnet, you were writing point form here. I'm gonna just, this is quite hard to read. I don't know what to do here. Okay, let me just put it like that. Okay. Here again, some people believe that, while Well, certain people or several people have a bias about, have biases, yeah, about AI will fully replace replace the role of the teacher. I'm just making it orange here so you can see. I would argue that AI should be a supplement source of training in the long term, as the artificial machine cannot replicate the authenticity, human intimacy, nor empathy enough to understand the student's hidden needs. Okay, so this is, I get where you're going. You got the right structure. You got a thesis statement, which is good. Just a few grammar mistakes here. Okay, subject verb agreement. You just got to work on your structuring there. But I promise you, this is so much better when you have this and it doesn't just say, I agree with this explanation in the essay, I'm going to explain further. When you do that, you're not giving yourself a good chance at a good high score. Okay? Please remember that. Let's have a look. I'm going to say that a lot, sorry. I'm going to talk about the structure and the paragraph and the thesis statement a lot, because I know it's the difference. It's a quick difference between getting a better score. On the one hand, there is a growing contention that AI contributes significantly to teaching. How? You need the idea. It contributes significantly to teaching by being efficient, yeah, by having all the knowledge that exists in human history, whatever, you need to detail that. It is often asserted that AI is used to build the lesson plan from scratch into grooming lessons plan version is now saving a lot of time more than ever. See, this should have been here. Saving time more than ever, that AI is significantly effective and efficient in teaching. Okay, then you could have explained this. Then this would have been better. A few grammar mistakes there. The teacher previously spent hours building, not here. Again, this would all, you see, this, if you had talked about time here or efficiency, this here would have been great because it's supporting that idea. Okay. The teacher previously spent steps of zipping into AI skills to speed up the process in a tiny amount of time. You're expanding more. You could have said furthermore. Here you got it. In addition, I want furthermore, moreover, this leads to, due to the fact that, for reasons being, I need some more discourse markers here. In addition, certain people in the training community have realized that the output lesson plan, which is generally contributes remarkably quality given an unbelievable spend time at the beginning. Okay, it's a little bit confusing. This helps trainers a lot, especially, this is a little bit of a confusing sentence. This leads to, again, not that helps teachers, this leads to trainers a lot. Okay, just, you needed to go back and check your grammar and edit this. But good structure. You just needed this in your title sentence. You needed the idea here. On the other hand, it's more convincing to me that AI should be used as a teaching assistant. You can see the blue lines here. You must go back and edit. You have to. Instead of taking over teacher roles. Good. Again, you could have also said like due to. Like why? You need to tell me. You need to give me a little bit of an idea. Why is it? Because of empathy. Yeah? It should be used as an assistant because teachers have emotions and AI cannot replace emotions. Because the teacher's emotional role in the classroom is irreplaceable. Okay, that should be there. Because now you're expanding. If that's there, you're expanding on that. Okay, as machine learning quality. Again, just the subject-verb agreement you need to work on. Your grammar structures are just not working. You got good vocab. The pivot. Okay, here a few grammar structures, expanding a bit. You need to expand on your answers a bit more. Moreover, authentic teacher can easily be the problem matter. Machines. Authentic, yeah. Lack of insights. This is nice. Lack of an insightful designed lesson plan. This is good. So. Yeah, we're talking about the emotional side of teachers cannot be replaced. That must be here in your title sentence. Then you can say, the teacher may recognize the methods and adapt well to students. The teacher is more adaptable. That supports this idea. Lack of insight. The teacher has more insight when it comes to designing the curriculums. That supports this title sentence idea. Okay, so remember, always your body paragraph, the first sentence is your title sentence. It needs an idea, efficiency, empathy when it comes to this. Then in your body, you have reason one, supports that. When you have reason one, you say, moreover, expand on that reason. Give me an example. Okay. Here you go furthermore. Okay. That's a pity because task achievement, you could lose. It's hard to mark this essay because I know you ran out of time. But, I mean, I gave you guys extra time. I gave you a lot of time. Like, the most important thing, like, before anything is finishing your essay. Is finishing an essay and don't have a brain dump. If you can finish your essay and you have a plan, your chances of getting a 6.5 are so good or higher. Okay, if you don't do those, your chances of 6.5 are very, very low. I'm gonna say that a lot. So I'm being generous, giving you a 5 here. Cohesion and coherence, you have the structure. It is coherent for the most part, but I am reading between the lines too. AI is probably going to give you a 5. Grammar, you got to go back and check your work. You have verb subject agreement issues here that you need to work on. Grammar, I should be giving you a 4. Oh, I don't want to though. I feel bad doing that. But yeah, final score 5. But don't be surprised. AI could give you a 4 here. Task achievement could give you a 4. And cohesion and coherence could give you a 5. But let's see. That's my score. Do again for this essay. But yeah, not having those structures, not bad. Better than I thought. Nice. Okay, so let me just check some quick. 5.5. It gave you more than. I'm sorry. AI gave you more. I mean, it was looking between the lines here. Yeah. Task achievement 6. Yeah, to be fair, you did kind of answer the question pretty well. I mean, yeah. Cohesion and coherence 6. Yeah. Grammar range 5. Yeah. Lexical resourcing. Okay, that would have been yeah. It's about the same score as me actually. 5.5. They say clearly states a position with relevant ideas and logical structure. Yes, you do. You did have that. Okay, you got your logical structure. I was giving you tips just to improve it a little bit more. Okay, you get like there's always room for improvement when you're getting a 5.5 or 6. Here, yeah, okay. Is the second body paragraph is sorry, let me make this bigger. The second body paragraph is fragmented and frequent grammar or spelling errors. Yeah, okay. Strength development and accuracy for high band. Easy. Okay, so you know what to improve, you know what to do. You can get a 7, yeah. You can get a 7 with a little bit of effort, a little bit more work. Okay, Hyman, what have you done for us today? What have you done for us today, Hyman? Where's your essay? Okay, I'm just putting that there as a placeholder. While some here, some remember, some, certain, several. There are synonyms for this, yeah. While some individuals suggest that AI, here again, write AI. You can do it this way. Artificial intelligence will inevitably make human educators obsolete due to the fact that automated systems offer adequate efficiency. I'm intending the idea that AI only serves as a supportive tool despite how advanced it becomes or will become. Because, don't do this, don't shorten, yeah, there's no contractions. Because or due to the lack of, better phrasing, yeah, the lack of emotional feelings and sympathy, the authentic teachers are able to perform and give their students, to perform and provide for their students. Not bad. This is a pretty good, like, I did say, Try and write your introduction statement, your paraphrase, and your thesis statement in 2 sentences. So your introduction is 2 sentences. Just remember that for the past, you can run into trouble doing this. It makes sense now, but keep it in mind. Okay, excuse me. On the one hand, there's a growing contention, very nice, that replacing human educators with artificial intelligence is entirely justifiable due to the fact that automated system operators with far greater efficiency than. This is great. Okay, it's a little bit long, a little bit wordy, but it's good. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Very nice. The only thing is here is I can see you haven't got enough. You've got one reason. Moreover, the information. Here you don't have to say moreover. Here you can start the information, like you just say the information. Yeah. Just start from there. The information database accessible to AI is infinitely more. You see here you got AI, artificial intelligence. If you didn't write artificial intelligence here, I go, the person reading can go, what is AI? What is AI? You know, like you have to detail that, and that's for every acronym. Yeah, is infinitely more comprehensible and diverse than the knowledge base of a single teacher. Yes, therefore digital platforms can deliver vast amounts of very nice. Vast, it's one of my favorite words. Keep that word in your database. Anyone that wants to improve, this is a nice word you can use. Okay, amounts of accurate data without the limitations of human fatigue or cognitive oversight. I hope you're not using AI. You weren't using AI for this, because this is really good. I just need more. Reason. I need one more reason. Okay, I need more reasons. I need one more reason. I just needed a bit more there. That's good though. Although an AI algorithm can process data efficiently, it fundamentally lacks. Okay. It is fundamentally lacking of, or it fundamentally lacks empathy and human emotions. Teaching is an inspirationally driven process, and it can only be, check your sentence structure, accomplished with well-educated teachers who were taught. Let's check your taught about students who are taught about how to address, how to deal with, how to work with student emotions and feelings. Moreover, robots cannot serve as a moral role models or mentor. This is nice. Why you have a question here? You're asking yourself. Okay, this is pretty good. That's a good point that no one else has really brought up. I like that. Here again, you could expand. You could expand on the point about robots, role models. They're not vital role models. Like this is an important thing. Like we need to look up to someone. That's what teachers do. We look up to them because there's respect, there's understanding, and that's where it's indicative of a good learning environment. Yeah. Then you can go into therefore. You can give an example. Okay, this is good. You're doing a lot of good things here. You just need to give a little bit more of moreover, however, contrast your thoughts a bit more, expand just a little bit more, give an example. Yeah. In conclusion, although the efficiency of an AI education is undeniable, I'll maintain that it must remain a supplementary tool. This is good. Okay, you did everything right here. Efficient education is undeniable. Very good position. I maintain that it must remain a supplementary tool due to its lack of empathy. A lot of people would say, I maintain there must remain a supplementary tool. But you're saying due to its lack of empathy. That's the idea. Okay, there must remain a supplementary tool. That's the statement. But this is the big idea. This is the reason why it needs to remain a supplementary tool. Okay, that completes the thought, the thinking. Very nice. This is good. I hope AI didn't help you with this, because this is really good, man. It could have been a little bit longer. How many words? You probably just got like 260. What is it? 249. It could be longer. Yeah, you could have put another 20, 30 words in here. It would have been a big score then. It would have been a really good score. Like a little bit, I'm not kidding. Another 20, 30 words, a little bit of editing. Your grammar was just a little bit off. few more discourse markers. You could have got a band score 8 for this, yeah? At the moment, task achievement, I'm going to give you a 7. That's good. Cohesion and coherence, it's a 7. Your grammar, I'm going to give you a 6. Your lexical resourcing, it's a 6. I'm going to give you a 6. AI might give you a 7. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, your final score, this is a 6.5. Very good. Let's see what we're talking about AI. Let's see what AI does for us. And the same. Do the same for this essay. 6? No. That's unfair. Okay, I would have given you 6.5. Okay. I don't have to agree. I've agreed with AI on a few of these, but not this one. Okay, task achievement 6. Let's see what it says. The essay presents a clear position with balanced discussion and some strong vocabulary. Ideas are relevant but require more development. Yeah, okay. Especially body 1, you had to. So, what AI is giving you for task achievement 6 here, I give you a 7. That could happen on the day. You might have another assessor that gives you a 6. You might have a one that's having a good day that gives you a 7. But AI is not incorrect here. You do need to just expand a bit more. Yeah, like I keep saying. I know if I said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Grammatical errors, yeah, and awkward phrasing remain noticeable. A fuller conclusion and fewer inaccuracies would improve the score. That's it. If you could have checked your work a bit better, the grammar a little bit better, you can, like, this is the difference between 1 or 2 band scores. Yeah, literally. And here, one thing for the, I did pick up what AI is saying here. I should have mentioned it too. Your conclusion is, it concludes it's doing the right things, but sometimes it needs a bit more. You could, like, what I want other students to also know is you can say, use this phrase: my notion for the future is that. My notion for the future, what this means is my idea, how I see the future. What do I see the future for this? My idea of the future for AI is that this will happen. That's nice. That's taking your opinion and now you're saying what you think will happen in the future. It might not be that in this context, AI will remain a supplementary tool. It might be that you say my notion for the future is that AI is going to replace teachers, unfortunately. Give your idea for the future. This is also a really easy thing to do. You can do this in every essay, and especially if you're short, you're on 249 words or 230 words, you can add another sentence that gets you to that mark, okay? It adds a bit more to your essay. Okay, it's like the cherry on top. So yeah, this is an important thing to add. All right. Okay, guys, I think that's everyone. I hope you found some learning from this, found some positives. I think you can kind of see through all the essays there are common mistakes and areas to improve. And like I said many times, again, sorry, I'll say it 1,000 times, is these small things are the difference between a 5 and a 7 band score, okay? Yeah, and the biggest thing is to be able to write this quickly, be able to plan. But when you have the structural knowledge and you know what you're doing and you've got your paraphrase, your thesis statement, your body 1, body 2 that is already reflected in the thesis statement, your body 1 has supporting ideas for your title sentence, you're setting yourself up for such a good score, okay? Let me know if you have any questions. I'm always here to help. Goodbye.